Hey guys, this is Matt with another Minecraft video. I'm here on Emenbee Factions right now. It is Friday night at 8:30 p.m. on Eastern Time Zone, and the free-for-all is about to happen. We have tons of players down in the PvP arena right now. 3, 2, 1, and it is on. So this is the free-for-all event. All players are going after each other, and whoever is the last player standing is going to win a nice big prize pot. You can see that MCMMO effects are in play. That's the green and red explosions there, fireworks. Green for when an MCMMO effect is started, red for when it ends. And typically this event just lasts a few minutes. It depends. You can see there's lots of players down there with P4, that's protection 4, full diamond armor. They've got God swords with sharpness 5, knockback, flame, and looks like some gapples are already in use down there, Echo Soldier. And players are take this event pretty seriously. You can see that initially we started off with some guys in leather and even no armor, and now just the diamond guys are left. But typically we'll see this break down into PvPs. Here we've got McSwagums going after some folks, and Gappling right now going after Squirt here, and plenty of pots in effect as well. Just hearing all these effects go off all around me, it is absolutely nuts. And a touch of lag right there. So we've got one-on-one over here, Valadin, Echo Gamer, and Squirt. That's Exo Gamer, excuse me. And just trying to hit each other. The thing that I look for in these events is players that lose their helmet. Here we go. We've got Pandar 2 lost his helmet. Typically that's a bad sign because not only does that mean that you are weaker in your armor than others, but you become an immediate target for them to just destroy you, as just happened there where Apro Skills took out Pandar. And people love to rack up kills in the event. Boy, I'm really lagging here. I've got a bunch of folks. Those with red names are in factions that are currently enemied to Afro Circus, my faction. And those with green are in my faction. And we don't have any allies, so there's nobody out there allied. But we'll see how these guys go. Now, they're not supposed to team either. Sometimes we do see teaming, but Mod Master, who is the admin who kind of runs this particular event, is quick on the slash kill to remove any people who team out there. So you can see more people dying out there. And looks like there's still probably, what, about 20 people in the arena. Here we are a few minutes into this battle. So it's going hard. Looks like Skillor just took out Dr. Strafes. Skillor is a known PvPer. In fact, won the 1v1 tournament that went on for over a month here on Emenbee, where tons of players got together and competed in one-on-ones to see who was the best PvPer on the server. Skillor did win that, won $1 million of faction cash, which is a lot of money. And you can see most people are on fire here from the flame aspect of the God Swords that's in use. And just still too many people for me to start picking off the individual one-on-ones and zooming into those. Guys zooming around, trying to... here we go, we've got a little thing going on here. Valadin being hit by Nick Moore, who just broke off. Lots of potions being drank down there. I hear potion after potion after potion. There's a Gone Bee running around. Eye Knife. Players here in different time zones make time for this event. So people over in Europe sometimes staying up till midnight in order to take part and beyond. And people in the United States, of course, definitely are active. Australia and other places around here. Echo Soldier's just standing here, apparently untouched. Oh, now he's being touched. Looks like Kid Best 112 just ran down and is schmack him on him. And looks like Echo's now got a Gapple in hand, going to try to down that before it's too late. But Kid Best hasn't been touched for, and now he is. And it looks like Echo just lost his helmet down there. He's running around and becomes a target. He's got to replace that, or else he will be taken out. Always interesting to watch people who are low on equipment. And it looks like he has had to put on an iron helmet. So Echo's definitely low on kit right there. Not too much... available if he's had to go down to iron. Again, that does make you stand out, and when you stand out, you get attacked. So still at least a dozen players down there. It looks like Brothers 2000 obliterated Echo Soldier wielding a diamond sword. Well done, Brothers. And more guys slowly being taken down. I've got McSwagums down here who's being attacked by Squirtho. and McSwagham's fighting back. A nice little battle here in the corner. Lots of guys going after each other. There's Corrupt PvP going after others. C-Rays down there, Skillor again, and guys going round and round. Who's this standing off here in the corner? Brothers 2000 is able to just have a nice relaxed moment watching the battles going on. Meanwhile, Hyped Creeper is down there going after Squirt, and iKnife is in the midst of it. You can see Gapples in hand. Not sure if that's a God Apple or a lesser Gapple, but iKnife just lost his helmet. He got it replaced, and he is done. So that is it for iKnife. It looks like Nemo took him down. Well done, Nemo. McSwagham's and Squirt still going at each other. Looks like these two have been fighting each other for a while. Swagham's jumped off with a healing pot, and you can see those healing pot particles flying everywhere. And Nick Moore running around as well. We just saw a helmet go down. Who is that? Brothers 2000 lost his helmet. Corrupt lost his helmet. Corrupt's got a Gapple in hand. He's going to try to get that down. He manages to replace the helmet. Well done. Nick Moore's going after him. And the two are still going. It's always fun to see players running around with their pants in their hand or whatever. I know that's about my skill level, so I generally stay out of these things. And who just died? It looks like Nick Moore obliterated Corrupt PvP wielding a diamond sword. Well done, Nick. And the count of players grows more and more thin. We just see Brothers 2000 was taken out by McSwagham's. Well done, McSwagham's. He's a member of Afro Circus. Always like to see my boys doing well. And these two going after right here. We've got Strafe PvP. And McSwagham's doing a nice little one-on-one. Looks like Strafe's got a Gapple in hand. He's going to try to get that down. He looks like he succeeds. And now that he's got massive regen, massive resistance, he's going to be tough to kill for a while. So D-Ray's down here as well. Gapple's being eaten. Just amazes me how much is consumed here during this battle. This is a faction server, so all these resources that people are bringing to this match are resources that they acquired in game, typically from kits that if they're donors, or from raiding other players. This is not a place where resources come lightly, but clearly they go lightly. So Valadin's down there without a helmet, on fire, and it looks like he was just taken out by C-Ray. We're down to what looks like maybe a dozen or fewer. Got someone running around helmetless. This is Squirt down there. He's got a leather helmet on, so going to make himself a target for those looking for kills. C-Ray and Nick Moore going at it one-on-one down there. Lots of turning, strafing as they go after each other. Potions being drank, and looks like Noxious Pain is down here, and Skillor is going after him. Two of these guys hitting each other. Lots of fire down there, and you can see occasional jumps as they try to get critical hits on each other. Now Noxious is just outdistancing him with speed, must have a Swiftness 2 potion in play. And we just see C-Ray take out Squirt. So well done, C-Ray. He's killed a few people in this free-for-all so far. Now guys just standing around down here. I'm not sure what's happening here. It looks like hopefully they're not teaming. Hopefully they're just taking a break to get their resources up. Nick just went after Hyped Creeper, and these guys are going after American Dreamer. Looks like is down there being chased. Just lost his helmet. That's a bad sign. He's got a Gapple in hand. He's trying to get it down. Can't tell if that is a... oh, and that's it. I don't think that was a God Apple. I think that must have been a regular Golden Apple. And as a result, American Dreamer was taken out by Kid Best. So well done, Kid Best. More guys continuing down here. You can see the knockback in effect on Emenbee as he was hit there. See, we're going to see who's going to be able to outlast this. You know, there's a great deal of skill involved here, but there's also strategy in what you bring to the event. And some of the top PvPers are bringing, 5, 6, 8 Gapples and more. These are super God apples, right? So enchanted golden apples, and then multiple sets of P4 preparing to swap out. So those are the players that are strong contenders in this event. And these are getting down to just the very best PvPers down here now. I see Skill, Hyped Creeper. I see C-Ray, Nick Moore, Noxious Pains down there. Who do we have hiding over here in the corner? We've got Strafe PvP taking a break, and Nick down here. We're down to maybe a half dozen now players. Strafe is now out in here. He's one of the few people not on fire, meaning he hasn't been hit in 8 seconds. And Aegon down here is also not on fire. So these guys have got to be going after each other, or else they will be encouraged, shall we say. And Nick's going after C-Ray. They'll be encouraged by Modmaster threatening to end them. So we've got C-Ray, Nick, Skill, Aura, Kid Best, all these guys. Oh, and looks like Skill Aura just took out Kid Best. He had a golden apple in hand, which means that Skill Aura just picked up at least one Gapple and maybe more. It is definitely a good thing to loot the bodies of the fallen, especially for Gapples. That's what these guys are relying on to stay alive. Nemo going after Strafe PvP. Looks like Skill Aura just came in there and took out Hyped Creeper. Um, so Skill Aura is getting lots of kills down there. C-Ray, Nemo, Nick Moore, Lag, they're all in the arena. So these guys just standing here, and Modmaster is watching him. Let's see if he's going to be doing anything here. These guys should be going after each other. Yeah, now there's being reports in chat right there. You can see Kid Best complaining about Nemo and C-Ray teaming. And we don't want to see this. This is a free-for-all. This is not a factions versus faction event. We do have those as well. This is meant to be a full-on free-for-all. So looks like everybody is going after each other. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players down, 6 players. I can't see Ray over there. 6 players down in the arena left. And we've got Nemo and Nick Moore going after each other right now. We've got some armor breaking. I just heard armor break, but I'm not seeing it, so they must have replaced it, must have swapped it out already. Nick's giving Nemo chase, and now Nemo's run off and is hitting C-Ray. These guys breaking each other's armor and forcing each other to use Gapples. Nemo just ate a Enchanted God apple. We've got Aegon down here swapping out armor, trying to get it in play. He was not attacked by Nemo, who just ran past him, but now it's a one-on-one-on-one. Actually, one-on-one-on-one-on-one. So look 4, and here we go. Looks like these guys smacking each other. I thought I saw someone that was helmetless, but there it is. Strafe PvP just lost his helmet, managed to get it back, and now here he is, helmetless again. Continuing on, C-Ray's attacking him. Maybe he didn't actually replace it. I thought I saw him replace it. Maybe not. You guys can rewind if you want. I can't right now. A little busy. So let's see if this is a one-on-one or a teaming event. Looks like Strafe has managed to evade that. Skill Aura is down there looting the battlefield. And while he's looting, Strafe goes after him. And the two of them are smacking each other. Strafe's fighting helmetless. C-Ray's coming down here. And now we've got Nemo and Aegon running around. And it is a just chaos down there. All 6 players that remain are on fire. Chasing each other, going after each other. Here we got Nemo and Skill Aura standing here. Looks like they're just swapping out items. They're not going after each other. It's the kind of thing you got to watch for. Modmass is definitely looking for those who may be teaming. Simply taking a break from combat to sort out your inventory. That's not a big deal. But if you're actually teaming, that is definitely frowned upon. So we've just got, looks like C-Ray eating an Enchanted God apple. Nemo just swapped out a helmet. And folks are chasing Strafe PvP. It looks like we've got a few of them going after Strafe, who is helmetless. So he's running around just trying to avoid combat. Must be very low on resources, trying to scavenge the battlefield. And here we have a Enderman who just seems to be going after. Now it looks like Skill Aura just took out Strafe, and there are complaints about teaming out there in the audience. I can't say that I'm surprised, because it definitely does look like the Airbow Gopes guys are avoiding each other. Here's Nick Moore, and we've got 3 people from Airbow Gopes all going after Nick Moore. Now we've got Skill Aura going after C-Ray. So these guys are at least making it look good over there with a little one-on-one. But Nick Moore versus Nemo on the right, C-Ray versus Skill Aura on the left. Lots of jumps from Nick Moore in order to get critical hits on C-Ray. I'm going to see if I can't keep both of these battles in view as they go on. And I'm going to have to break off here. Let's see how these guys are going. Skill Aura versus C-Ray. This nice one-on-one. Skill Aura, again, is the expected winner, at least from my perspective. And there goes C-Ray. Just broke through his armor. Now Nemo's coming back, and Nick's going after Nemo. Let's see. It looks like Skill Aura is taking a moment to update his inventory to loot the battlefield. And meanwhile, Nick versus Nemo. Nemo has lost his helmet and is running around like a fish out of water. Looks like he managed to get a leather helmet on. Now he's returning the favor to Nick. It is still these 3 down there. We've got Nick, we've got Nemo, we've got Skill Aura. Now Skill is going after Nick. Nick just dropped the pot, and Skill's going after him. So Nick is definitely attempting to evade. Looks like that was an invis pot. I'm not sure how useful that is in the PvP arena, but I can't see his limbs now. It looks like he is invisible. And now he's going after Nemo. Maybe Nemo won't know who's actually attacking him because he's invisible. No, I don't think that's going to work that way. Saw Nemo just take an enchanted God Apple. And it looks like Nemo and Skillor are taking turns fighting Nick Moore. Looks like Nemo's lost his helmet. Nick just broke off, and it looks like he replaced his helmet as well. Nick is now pursuing, looks like Skill Aura, or maybe he's just trying to loot the battlefield. So not a whole lot of combat here as we reach the end of this. It's not going to be going much longer. Just heard some armor break, and Nick breaking away. So presumably that was his armor that was breaking. I didn't actually notice. And Skills eating a God Apple, it looks like. And the two of them are in the corner smacking each other. Someone just used an MCMO ability. Looks like that was Skill Aura, though that MCMO ability did not last long. So that must not be a very high swords skill at all. And just saw some armor break, or rather heard it. And getting some lag over here on my end. So Skill Aura versus Nick, these two going after it one-on-one. And Nick's breaking off. Looks like Skills breaking off as well. Now Nick's pursuing Nemo. Lots of jumps, trying to get those critical hits. Look at all those critical hit particles. Just an insane number of critical hits. Nemo must have been deep in his inventory. And let's see if these two will actually go after each other. We have not seen them go after each other in the past. And so looks like they're just looting the battlefield. iRules is down there being a noob. And so now it's Nemo's turn. It looks like to go after Nick, and you can see down in the comments that nice teaming they're saying. So now it's Skill versus Nick. Nick's got to have more resources, and looks like this is now a 2v1 with these two Airbo guys going after Nick. It seems like Nick keeps finding himself in the middle between the two of them. And Nemo just ate another enchanted God Apple. Nick's breaking off. And now it's just the two of them, Nick versus Nemo, going after each other. I'm seeing lots of jumps on the part of Nick trying to get those critical hits. And now he's breaking off for a God Apple himself. And just continuing to smack each other. Skillor is staying out there. He's in the back. And it looks like just going through inventory, perhaps. Nick is continuing to fight the good fight. I think it's going to be difficult. Hype Creeper's now claiming that Nick has hacks. I'm not sure what that justification is. I'm not really all that great at noticing hacks, but except like the obvious ones like Kill Aura, and I'm not seeing anything like that. But sometimes players are happy to accuse each other of hacks, especially when they're losing or have already lost. So Nick's back there, Enchanted God Apple in hand. These two guys are not going after each other. The Nemo and Skill are hanging back here. Skiller's got his bow out. One of the few players I've seen effectively use a bow in the PvP arena, mainly to get around. So these guys are smacking each other. We'll see if now Nick's going after Skill Aura, and Nemo's going after Nick. And that's it for Nemo. Well done, Nick. So now it's just Nick, and it is Skill Aura. The two of them are the only ones remaining, and we will see if Nick's able to continue on. And here's Modmaster, no teaming / idling. Well, it's kind of late now. There's only two people left, so they've got to fight each other. Given the performance that we saw from Skill Aura in the 1v1 videos, which I have posted on my website, some excellent PvPing. I would have to say that he's probably the favorite here. You saw him just use a bow jump or bow boost to get across the arena quite quickly, and he's known for doing that. And now he's got the bow out and he's using it. It's not typically a very effective weapon in PvP, but the way that Skill uses it, it can be. It allows him to remove himself from the field of battle quite quickly. Nick just ate an enchanted God Apple, getting his regen in place. It looks like Skill just lost his helmet and managed to replace it. Nick's going after him, though. It's interesting. Lots of jumps again from Nick, attempting to get those critical hits. It will be an upset if Nick's able to take down Skillor. Skillor just ate an enchanted God Apple. Their resources have to be low. There's not much left. It looks like Skillor just lost his chest plate. It's a very dangerous position to be in. He lost his chest plate again and his helmet again. He is running around and he just manages to get both of those swapped out. But that is very, very dangerous. He's got to be super low on equipment if he allows himself to lose his chest plate twice. So he just got out of dodge, and Nick is not giving him any time to recuperate. There goes another God Apple, but and then we see a MCMMO abilities as well. So Skill definitely looks to be on the defensive here and loses his helmet again. He must be just wearing armor that has no durability at all remaining. Skillor loses his chest plate again, and maybe that was leggings. I didn't see very well right there, but and Nick's just jumping, trying to get those critical hits. So no mercy. Nick Moore is going after Skillor. Skill just ate another enchanted god apple and is coming back now. There's pots being drank, trying to get the strength, presumably, in order to do more damage. And another chest plate is gone. And Skillor is getting out of dodge. Nick is pursuing him relentlessly, getting up against the wall, lots of jumps, and Nick is on fire. Let's see if he's going to be able to keep at it. I'm imagining there's another bow boost jump. So Skill is using that to get away when he needs to get away and try to eat gapples and so on. Nick Moore's jumping, spinning. This is definitely an intense 1v1 here at the end. Now it's Nick's turn to run away, and he had a god apple in hand. I didn't see him actually eat it, though. So he may not have been able to eat it. We hear armor breaking, Nick's breaking off, eating a god apple, and the two of them still going at it. It is an epic end here, and looks like there's Skill trying to bow jump, and he does. He manages to get out of there, and Nick pursuing him. It'd be interesting if Nick had the ability to bow jump as well. Maybe could pursue him a little bit better. Another enchanted god apple. I wish I could see inside these guys' inventories and get a sense for how much they have left, but I've got to believe there's not much. There goes more armor, and it looks like Skillor lost his boots, and now he's lost his helmet as well. Continuing to run away. It looks like Skill's got very, very little in the way of armor remaining, and Nick was using that opportunity to hit him from behind with jumps for crits, and there we go. Looks like Skill's running off now in order to gapple, and Nick's continuing to pursue him. Skillor now is down his helmet and his boots again. Helmet and boots are down. Now he's down to a iron helmet. This is unprecedented. I don't think I've seen anything like this. Now he's got back to diamond. Must have had to go into his inventory for that. I don't think I've seen players at this stage of the free-for-all get down that far. It looks like he just had a god apple. I couldn't tell if that was enchanted or not. There's an enchanted god apple. Nick just ate one. Skill just ate one. Now it's a battle of armor and durability and whatnot. So Skillor continues to lose items regularly, and he's just swapping out armor constantly. Man must be in his inventory for much of the battle. Nick is continuing on and seems to be doing better. I haven't seen him swap out armor that much. Now, I don't know if that's because Skillor is not landing blows on him as well, or if because he has Unbreaking 3 potentially on the armor, but he's now off in the corner, running away, swapping things out, and so Nick's definitely feeling some pain around the resources as well. So looks like he's swapping things out, trying to get armor ready, presumably in his hot slot. Skillor doing the same. And another round here of combat. These guys are just going at it. So absolutely crazy. Again, I have not seen anything like this before. And just had a Skillor just lost his chest plate, it looks like. He just managed to replace it. But that's so many chest plates that I've seen Skillor go through. Now it's Nick's turn to lose his chest plate. This is a very dangerous moment. Manages to swap it out. Well done, Nick. But if you don't have your chest plate, which is the piece of armor that is the most protective. Oh, and that's it. It looks like Skill just took out Nick Moore. Nick was eating. It looked like he may have been killed while attempting to gapple. So well done, everybody. I can't believe it. That was super intense. And Skill, well done. Congratulations.